So the crimson and the cadmium yellow together create a nice orange. To the red side, I want it slightly to the red side. Just up in here, we've got a lot of clouds, and they're going to have this colour throughout the bottom edges where the sunlight is hitting. And I have to be quite careful because I've just made my brush a bit thinner by brushing on both sides like so. Bring it to a bit of a chiseled edge, just so that I can put some colour in for a cloud that's just up in here, and it goes right across this sky area in here, and it needs some of that colour in there. This is the bottom of the cloud, just in there, and you can use little circles to make it blend nicely. Just little circles, but I want to be careful in there because I want some purpley shadowed colours too with that. And then up in here where I'm wanting this, I'll actually blend that by using circles. Softly, blending it. Now up in here it goes, I'll show you what I mean. I need some more paint on the brush. It goes above, just about there, and then it goes from there, just to show you guys. And then you got some of that colour right down into it, down into there. So you can see now basically that that's the bottom of the cloud that's up here. And we'll put some purple colours and tones in the top area to complement this lovely orange. I'm just keeping my brush in contact basically with the canvas when I'm doing that, so that then it gets from this dark colour to the light. Less pressure as you go up high. And you can even just go back into using a clean brush again, like so, and just scrubbing that into the shadowed colours. But we're going to put other dark oil paints on here anyway, you see, into this. So it's going to have some darker shadows to it than it's got at the moment, and then that will make this look brighter even. It'll increase the effectiveness of it. There. Blend that out. Right. Now just down in here I can blend that out a bit more. Lost a little bit of the tone of that, so what you do is you can go into it again, but I don't want it to be over vibrant. I don't want it to be too bright. I want it to be pretty subtle. But when you're blending it out like this, I'm just distributing it around the canvas in small tiny amounts so that it blends from this dark to the light, and then we can highlight as we choose then. Right, more paint. I'll get a load more paint on my brush. Bit more crimson, card yellow. Just getting that same orange every time if you can, that's what you're aiming for. There. I know I want it towards the red side, so that. Sometimes just tapping's enough, but I want it to look wispy down in here. A few layers up in here as well. So we'll just tap some colour in for that. Tap that out. Like a drum beat when you're doing this. It's a nice bit of a brighter colour, that's what we're after. More that sort of tone, but sometimes you do have to go over it twice. Like up in here to regain that colour, because you've washed it out a little bit, you see. So just reapply a bit more of that colour just into there. You want it to be soft and wispy on the bottom anyway, you see, for these kind of clouds. And then we can just blend them out softly with a blender brush. Now this colour is actually coming right up into here, into these shadows, just up in there. I'll leave the blues in between. Fresh paint always needed when you're washing it out first like this. You need to keep getting fresh paint on your brush, otherwise you're just tapping away for no reason. Fresh paint at the base where you want it bright, and then as you go into the cloud you can just wash it out a bit and leave some of that blue showing through. Right across the sky this. Good. And it'll look a whole lot better when I start getting some purples at top as well. Certain areas I just want to put a bit more crimson, and other areas I want to put a bit more yellow. A bit more crimson over there. It's nice. And over this side here, I want it to be a bit more to the yellow side, near where the sun is, just there. Just in there, where it's hitting bottom of that, I want it to look a bit more to the yellow. Same with this cloud, a bit more yellow. Just where the sun is. Great stuff, and then we can start putting our shadows in, our purple shadows and stuff. That's going to really make a huge difference. Now here, just blend it to the dark, like we did over there. Blend it nice and soft. Something like that, nice and softly. Go back and blend it with a clean brush. I've actually taped these together with it being a three-piecer. Nice and soft. And then with the fan brush, you can come back and get a bit of that same colour, that orangey tone, and just here and there I'm just going to come in and put the odd orange cloud, just coming and stringing it into there, stringy cloud. There's a bit showing in there too. So it's not just one orange, there's a few different ones going on, and a little bit more towards the bottom of that as well, just there. Nice. Even bring some of that just up in the bottom of a couple of these, a bit of that orange colour. Not all of them though, just a few. It's really complementary colours. By bringing a bit of this down as well, it makes it sit well with what we've got above. More purple on that. Orange, sorry, I won't mind all that purple. I'm going to have purple down in here is what I was trying to say. Just below here and here. Some purple in there that will really complement it. Purple up in here too. Nice. Nice and long stringy cloud that. Happy? Now what I can do is just get a bit of this colour, the reddy orange. I'm just going to come up in here and see how that goes. Maybe a tiniest bit of white just up in this spot because it's nearer the sun. See, you got this colour on there, as soon as you put a bit of white to it, look at that, it changes the colour tone of it automatically. Just a little bit of white, make it a bit brighter. And you can come back, tap into that.